Hi everyone, it's the Cake Lady, and I was just going to share a new purchase I made this weekend. I jumped on the Instant Pot bandwagon. I got an Instant Pot, and I did a lot of research. The main reason, which sounds kind of crazy, that I got the Instant Pot was because I wanted to make yogurt. My mother-in-law has been making her own yogurt recently and just raves about it. And recently my husband went to visit his parents, and he really enjoyed their yogurt. Also, her sister-in-law has been making her own yogurt and just goes crazy about it. So I thought I'd like to make my own yogurt. Now, my mother-in-law has a small yogurt maker I think it's called the Dash. And I did a little bit of research into it, but it doesn't make a whole lot of yogurt, which is great for them. But my husband, myself, and my daughter all eat yogurt and on a regular basis. And as you can imagine, it gets quite expensive. Especially, we like the Greek yogurt. We like the thick Greek yogurt. And so I needed something a little bit bigger than what my mother-in-law uses, or else I'd be making yogurt like every day. So then I got to looking around, and I found some other yogurt makers that were bigger. I think the one brand I came in contact with was the Cuisinart brand, and it seemed really nice, had some good reviews, but it was about the same price, or maybe just a few dollars less than like the baseline Instapot. And I thought, well, I could buy a yogurt maker or I could buy an Instapot and do a whole lot of other stuff and also make yogurt. So I went this weekend, and Costco had the 6-quart, it's called the Nova Plus Instant Pot. And from my research, I think they only make the Nova Plus for Costco. But my main concern was it has this yogurt button on there. So there are some, just be aware, there are some Instant Pots out there that don't have the yogurt setting. Okay, so if you're gonna make yogurt in it, make sure you get one that has the yogurt setting. I think I might tell you wrong, but I think the Duo has the yogurt maker setting. The Luxe does not. I might have those flip-flopped. I'll let you know if it's different. All right. So this morning I got to the grocery store, and I got some of the ingredients for my yogurt. And I got so excited I did not show you myself mixing it up, but basically you mix these 3 ingredients together and you push the button. Pretty simple. So the first thing I've been told by multiple people, Fairlife milk. Now, I tend to get the cheapest milk. This is not the cheapest milk, but to reconcile everything, I figure it's got to be cheaper than buying yogurt. Okay, then you have to start with some type of a yogurt starter, and so I got the Fage, I don't know, this is also recommended, just plain yogurt, nothing in it, just plain. Okay, and you only use 2 tablespoons of that, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the Fage yogurt. I don't know. And then my biggest concern was I didn't want it to be like really high in calories or really high in sugar, but I also want my family to like it for the first trial run. So I did end up caving, and I got the sweetened condensed milk. I did get the fat-free, so I'm trying here, right? You don't have to use the sweetened condensed milk, but it makes it sweeter. I kind of cringed when the tutorial I watched, she said it makes it dessert-like, which I don't really want it to be dessert-like. I want it to be yogurt, but at the same time, I do want my family to like it. So I'm going to try it with the sweetened condensed milk this first go-round, and then if it goes well, if they like it, then maybe I'll just omit the sweetened condensed milk and add honey. I've seen some people add vanilla extract to it, which should make it pretty tasty, I hope. So that's my plan right now. I'm just gonna get them hooked in, and then I will we'll go from there. So anyway, after I mixed everything, I literally just dumped it all in, mixed it together so it wasn't clumpy, and then Oh, my dogs are freaking out. Then I just pushed the yogurt button. Okay, now it does take 8 hours. And then after the 8 hours, you have to chill it for 4 to 6. So by my calculations, at about 9 o'clock tonight, I'll have yogurt. But I have to say, so far, it's been easy. I just mixed it together and threw it in there. I was a little nervous. I did go on a lot of Facebook discussion groups to see what people are doing. One thing they didn't mention, that if you have a seal that you've cooked something that has a real strong odor in, take the seal off before you put your lid on. Just so happened I used mine last night to make Mexican food for Cinco de Mayo. So of course I took the seal off because I don't want salsa smelling yogurt or tasting yogurt. I don't think that would be good. So check back with me and we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm down here in my kids' school classroom / my cake room, my decorating studio, if you will. And I'm just waiting for my daughter to finish reading one of her assignments. And so I thought, while I'm sitting here, I'm gonna see what the cost differences are between buying yogurt and making your own. So when I decide to make my own thing, I wanna make sure that I am saving money by doing it myself. That's one of my pros. Another one is, it's worth my time. Is it a lot of effort, or is it just easier to hop in my car and go to Walmart and buy it? And then my other thing is, I know what's in my food. I like to know what's in my food. If I make it myself, there's not going to be a lot of preservatives, a lot of artificial sweeteners, things like that. So what I normally do is I buy the Chobani Greek yogurt. We like the Chobani brand. It's about moderately priced. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive either. I normally get the 4-pack of Chobani yogurt. Mainly, my husband will eat that sometimes for breakfast. In a 4-pack of 5.3 ounce containers is $3.96 at Walmart before taxes, okay? So just that, it's 99 cents per container, which is about right, because if you buy them individually, they are about $1. So that works out to average about right, okay? So it's a 5.3 ounce serving. So I looked up I got the prices for what I paid on the ingredients. The Fairlife milk was my biggest expense, and it's a 52 ounce bottle for $3.18. Now, when you're normally used to paying about $1.70, $1.80 for a 2-gallon or for a gallon of milk, that was a little bit of a shocker. But I also figured, well, this is what people recommended, the best milk to make or to use to make the yogurt. So I'm gonna go by what they say at the very beginning. The Fage, or however you want to say that yogurt's name, was $1.16. Now keep in mind, I only used 2 tablespoons out of that. So I guess if you wanted to, you could eat the rest of it, but it was the plain yogurt, so I didn't want to eat the rest of it. And then the sweetened condensed milk was $1.29, and I just bought the Kroger brand. Remember, I bought the fat-free version also. So my total cost to make this big instant pot of yogurt was $5.63. Okay, so to find out how much I am paying per serving, I added my 52 ounces of milk plus my 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. I didn't figure the yogurt added in that much volume to my yogurt, so I just stopped there. So that gave me 66 ounces of liquid that I put in there. All right, so if I made it 6 ounces per 6 ounce serving, that just helps me make my numbers easier. That gives me 11 servings that I'm making right now for my Instant Pot yogurt. Okay, when I divide that out, my 6 ounce servings divided by my 11 servings divided by the $5.63, that gives me 52 cents for a 6 ounce serving of yogurt. So you can see that's about half. That's a pretty major savings right there. And so, is it worth it in the cost? Yes, so far. I haven't ate it. We'll see. But yes, so far it's worth the cost. Is it worth my time? So far, yes. All I had to do was push a button. The hardest part is waiting the 8 hours and then the 4 hours to chill. So if you think about it, you're going to be about 12 hours into this. So you kind of need to plan accordingly. You need to make sure you're kind of up on everything, that you're paying attention to your yogurt supply so you can make some ahead of time if you need it. Is it worth knowing what's in my food? Well, yeah. Now I know there's yogurt, there's milk, and there's the sweetened condensed milk. There's no added preservatives other than what maybe is in the sweetened condensed milk. Not a lot of added sugar other than the sweetened condensed milk. If I decide later to eliminate that, the sweetened condensed milk, all I'm going to have is my milk and the whey from my yogurt from the previous batch. So I know immediately what is in my yogurt, which is a big plus for me. So now all that's writing on it is, does it taste good? And we're going to have to wait a few more hours to find that out. But so far, it's hitting all my checks for making it my own versus buying it in the store. Some things I feel like you just got to buy in the store. It's not worth making on your own. But this one is shaping out to be worth making on your own. All right, so stay tuned. We'll see how it goes, see how it tastes, what my family thinks about it, and if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, here is my yogurt. What I did last night is after it was done chilling, I put it in this colander, and then I put coffee filters in it right here to strain it so it'll be thicker, like more like Greek yogurt. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? It is so thick and creamy. I did taste some before I strained it, and it was really good. It had a good texture. It was very smooth, a little bit of sweetness, but we added a little bit of honey to it, and it tasted really great. Look at that. Woo! Really thick, like you would see Greek yogurt. Now here's the interesting part. This right here, this is the stuff that dripped off of it. That's called the whey, and this is going to be able to be used as my starter for my next batch of yogurt. Instead of having to buy more yogurt to make yogurt, you can just keep using the whey from your previous batch of yogurt and make it. So I'm very pleased with how this looks. I'm going to put it in a container, maybe have some for breakfast. Hi everyone. So it's about 24 hours since I started the Instant Pot yogurt, and it is completely finished now. I let it strain overnight just because by the time I got it in the strainer, it was, I don't know, like 10 o'clock, and I didn't feel like waiting up a couple of hours to get it all taken care of. So to strain it, you can do a lot of things. They have actual strainers that you can buy for Greek yogurt, to make Greek yogurt. I didn't want to invest in that yet, so I just took a colander and put about 4 coffee filters on it. I just opened them up and covered up the holes and put the yogurt on the coffee filters. And honestly, I think I'm going to stick with that option because it worked. I took the colander and I put it inside a larger bowl to where it wasn't touching the ground or the bottom of the bowl. And then I just stuck it in the refrigerator and left it overnight. And what happened was I got probably at least 1/4 of a cup, maybe 1/3 of the whey that's separated from the yogurt. And what I was left with was this delicious, thick, creamy yogurt. You can buy Greek yogurt in the store. I would almost guarantee that this is way thicker, and I really like a thick yogurt. If you thought it was too thick, my mother-in-law told me that I could mix in a little bit more of the whey to kind of thin it out, but I really liked it like that. My daughter loved it. Tonight I'll see how my husband, what he thinks of it, but I'm very pleased with the yogurt. I kind of am a little skeptical when it comes to making your own items, as far as, is it worth the time, is it worth the money and the effort? This is totally worth it. I'm a huge fan right now. I bought the Instant Pot mainly to make yogurt, so this was a big test, and I tell you what, it passed with flying colors. I love it. I'm really excited for the summer. We have a big strawberry bed in our yard that we're growing strawberries. Cannot wait till next month when those berries are ripe and I can pick them and put them in my yogurt. Last night I made some homemade granola, which I'll share with you later, and it will be perfect on top of the yogurt as like a little garnish, or mix it in with it. So really the possibilities are endless. But I just sat down and had a bowl of it for breakfast this morning. It was so good and very filling. So I'm a believer. I love it. I can't really say a whole lot more about it. It's so good. Next time I will try it without the sweetened condensed milk, and we'll just add honey or our own sweeteners or something, just to kind of cut down on the calories and the sugars. I did get a fat-free sweetened condensed milk, but however there were a lot of sugar in it. So next time I'll try to cut down on the sugar. So anyway, that's my recommendation. I really liked it. Super easy. 3 ingredients. I mixed it together. I pushed a button. A little bit more work to strain it, but really it wasn't that hard to strain it, and it was super worth it. The yogurt came right off. I was kind of worried about it sticking to the coffee filters, but it just came right off. So there was no waste as far as losing some of the yogurt on the coffee filters. So I'm a fan. I will quit talking about it because I feel like I'm gushing about yogurt, and that's kind of weird. But I do. I really like it. So if you've tried the Instant Pot yogurt, or if you've had any success in any other recipes, comment below. Write it down there. Tell me what you like with your Instant Pot, and maybe we can get some good recipe swapping going on. If you guys haven't had a chance, please subscribe to my channel so you can get notifications about Instant Pot things, cookie decorating ideas and tips, cake ideas, just kind of a whole a lot of different things kind of all rolled together, but also it just kind of all pertains to cooking and baking. So subscribe to my channel, like this video, give me a thumbs up, and remember to comment below. What have you made with your Instant Pot? All right. Well, from my design studio, cake design studio to yours, have a wonderful day.